All right, Martin Popoff here, back again with another edition of Reliving Old Reviews. Is a useless tool of confusion. This is a show where we look at an old review of a great album and or band that we've been yapping about for years and see if the writer got it right, boots on the ground at the time, sort of thing. And I'm reviewing a review essentially. This is going to be a short episode, so I'm not going to take a lot of your time here. This is a review of Black Sabbath Technical Ecstasy from Record Mirror, October 16th, 1976. There's my page. And the review is by David Brown. Let's see what David has to say and see if we agree with him. So yeah, put it in a little context here. This is late 1976. Punk is all the rage in the UK. This is from a UK Music Entertainment Weekly, right? I think it's weekly. So punk is all the rage. And but there are no albums yet, but punk is really going. So Black Sabbath, we know, is maybe a little bit in a tired state. Let's see if David thinks they're tired. Like I say, this is a short review, so fasten your seatbelts. This is gonna be over pretty quick. So before you say Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, give this one a listen. It shows the mature side of one of Britain's most underestimated bands and represents the kind of performance that can only come from working together for a long time. So mature. So yeah, this is a record that Sabbath tried to write a little bit more about what's going on in the world, a little less esoteric. You've got a gypsy on here. You've got dirty women of the street, right? You've got Backstreet Kids. So a lot of street stuff, right? She's Gone is on here, right? So you got a love song. You got You Won't Change Me, I think it was called. So that's kind of a love song, I suppose, as well. All Moving Parts is maybe a little more esoteric. But yeah, so this is, you've got It's All Right, which is a love song, essentially. So this is them participating, operating in the world, not like the album cover does that, or the title of the album, frankly. But that's why David is saying maturity, right? They're moving away from being fanciful and esoteric and prog and weird, because Sabotage is all of that, right? As well as the more obvious rockers, some of which sound better than the printed word would have you believe, they are capable of more than just a stream of riffs, such as Iommi's delicate acoustic opening to She's Gone, the heavy changes in Dirty Women, and a good build-up in You Won't Change Me. It is certainly among Sabbath's best yet and deserves to be big. So that's the entire review. So he's mentioning that you do feel, I suppose, on this album, it's kind of a good point, that it is less of that heavy metal concept of crowding around the riff and everybody clumping around that, warming their hands on the fire in the oil drum of the riff, and more about songs. You know, you feel a little bit of a subconscious idea that he's absorbing punk's message, that it should be more about the songs and the street and less about the musicianship. So he's saying that there are songs on here. Of course, he brings up the acoustic, right? So that's different. We know Tony's not a big acoustic guy. It's certainly among Sabbath's best and deserves to be big. We know they were on a downward thing here, so he's wrong about it actually being big. Not that he's saying it would be big. He's saying it deserves to be big. But yeah, the funny thing is, Sabbath makes pretty much their most commercial and accessible and trying to participate in the world that everybody else participates in. Of all the albums, it's even more so that than Never Say Die, and it's more so that than any of the earlier ones. It's certainly in context of their times, right? So yeah, Technical Ecstasy is the most commercial album of the Aussie era, and yet it didn't do that well. So yeah, so there you go. Just a short review. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And we've got Patreon, Ko-Fi. You can check out my books, martinpopoff.com. Just had the Guns N' Roses book come out, the big, massive 660-page, where is it here, behind me, Iron Maiden book. There's the Beast Edition. I can actually do those Beast Editions for you. They're very expensive, but they're in a box. They're leather. They're numbered, plated, numbered, metal corners, red pages. So that's the boxed version. That's about 3 times as much as expensive as the regular one, which is the one right next to my ear here. But yeah, I've got that. So that's all at martinpopoff.com. I don't have the Beast Edition showing at my site and describing it in a big way, but just messenger me if you want that, or email me or something, and we'll sort out something. But I can still supply the Beast Edition. There's only 666 copies of that. So there you go. Another edition. Reliving Old Reviews is a useless tool of confusion.